How about it, Zenin?
I'm not a Zenin anymore. I took my wife's name. It's Fushiguro now. But sure, count me in on all the fun.
Everybody calls Toji a monster, a deadbeat, some even a villain. But here's the part that people don't really sit with. What Toji was after wasn't revenge. It was freedom. And those are not the same thing. When people talk about Toji, they usually frame him as this angry outcast, the guy the Zenin clan rejected. A man born with no cursed energy into a family that worships it. Most people in that situation try to prove themselves. They fight for recognition, they want to be seen, they want to matter. Maki did. Toji didn't though. He didn't try to fix the system, he didn't try to burn it down, he didn't even try to beat it at its own game. He just left. And that's a different kind of rebellion. Imagine growing up in a family where your value is measured by something you physically don't have. No cursed energy, no inherited techniques, no status. You're surrounded by people who treat you like a defect. Most people either internalize that or spend their entire lives trying to correct it. Toji chose the third option. He stopped caring. That's the part that's easy to miss. Toji isn't fueled by rage. Revenge means you still care about what they think. Freedom means you don't. That's why he becomes a sorcerer killer. It's not personal. He doesn't hate sorcerers. He just refuses to be beneath them. And the irony? He proved he never needed cursed energy to begin with. When he fights Gojo, it's proof. Proof that the world that rejected him isn't untouchable. Proof that talent doesn't only come in one form. And proof that the system isn't absolute. But here's where it gets complicated, because freedom isn't free. People say Toji sold Megami because he didn't care, but I don't think that's true. I think Toji genuinely believed that the Zenin clan could give Megami something that he never could. A place, a role, and a future. But here's the tragedy. Toji couldn't imagine freedom and fatherhood existing at the same time. In his mind, attachment meant vulnerability. Vulnerability meant chains. And Toji spent his entire life cutting chains. So when it came time to choose, he chose not belonging. Even if that meant not being needed. That's not evil, but that's not noble either. And that's what makes Toji different from other characters who seek justice. He doesn't care to correct the imbalance. He doesn't want recognition. He wants to exist without being owned by anybody. No clan, no title, no expectations. Just himself. But then there's a quiet cost. When you detach from the system, you detach from legacy too. You detach from love. You detach from the parts of life that require you to stay. That's why Shibuya hits kinda hard. When Toji hears Megami's name, that's the one moment he hesitates. Because for 1 second, he remembers he was a father. And even then, he chose not to stay. That decision says everything. Toji didn't lose to the Zenin clan. He just walked away. And in walking away, he took the power they had over him with him. Maki stayed and burned the house down. Toji left and let it collapse without him. Same roots, but different choices, different consequences. Toji didn't want revenge. Revenge means you're still tied to what hurt you. Toji wanted freedom, but freedom without attachment, it's just distance. And distance can start to feel like peace until you realize you're alone. That's what makes Toji tragic. Not that he was rejected, but that he rejected everything back, even the things that mattered. If there's another anime character that you guys want broken down like this, let me know in the comments. This is Anime Under the Surface, and I'll see you guys next week.